welcome back to another Los Angeles Kings franchise rebuild. Episode number 20 now, coming off of a Stanley Cup. We're in a new year, 2026-2027 season. Off to a little bit of a rough start here, 1-2, but that's all right. We got some big things to do this episode. So, number one priority goal is to sign Simon Nemec to a contract. Right now, just unrestricted. Let's see how much Jake McBain's going to cost us. So he's going to be absolutely terrible to sign to an extension. 7 years, can we... 7 years, $12 million? Maybe? The problem is he doesn't want an extension as of right now. So interesting. But what we got to do is restrict free agents. And we got to bring Nemec back to the team. So right now we have $5 million in cap space. The number one move that I saw in the comments and that I think we should do is move on from Gabe Vilardi. I mean, $4 million cap hit. A little bit too expensive for his services. He's not going to be playing too much ice time anyways. But where is he? Or we can get rid of Kaliev. But I kind of like Kaliev, even though he has been putting up the years that I feel like he should. But for now, I think just moving on from Gabe Vilardi. He is a free agent after this year. 85, 4.4. He's going to want a lot of money. Bjorkfont 2, 3 mil. Cobb's kind of expensive. But I'm going to start with just Gabe Vilardi. We'll see if we can get... For Vilardi, I'm going to look around the league. I'll come and find you guys when I find a trade. But I'm looking for maybe a pick or even a prospect to play on that fourth line. I'm going to try trading Vilardi to the Chicago Blackhawks. They look like they'll be pretty good, but we'll give them Vilardi a second and a third next year for their first-round pick. Will they accept that? Trade, reject it. Honestly, just give another third. Just make the deal happen. I don't want any of these picks anyways. Make it happen. There it is. So trade, accept it. We have moved on from Vilardi. I don't know if we're done yet. Let's do best GM roster moves for now. Kind of look to see if we can make any other moves here. So let's go sort by salary cap once again. Savoie's getting paid a lot. 9.5. Turcotte, 7 mil. Pesce. Kaliev is kind of the one. I do like that he's a sniper. His contract's not terrible. But he might be another one of the guys that we got to move on from. It's just how it is. Cop. Sammy Blais is even in the NHL. I guess he's playing the NHL now. Rasmus Kupari's on a great deal, though. Kupari is probably our best deal. So we have 8 mil, so we do have to make one more trade. And I think it's going to have to be the Stanley Cup winning Lucas Dostal. 5.85 mil. It's too much. Who wants him? The Ottawa Senators. Let me help the Ottawa Senators out here. Yeah, they don't have a good goalie. So Shabbat, definitely not going to get Shabbat. First round pick. We can probably swing their first round pick, to be honest. Ottawa would be over. Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Can't do that. Ottawa will be over the max salary cap. Let's go look at the Pittsburgh Penguins would be over. We need a team that will not be over the salary cap here. The Washington Capitals wouldn't be a bad idea. We can't get there first for sure. But what else do they have here? Maybe someone on a cheap contract. Yager would be great, but I don't think that's going to happen. Who else? You know what? What if we try getting Yager? And we also throw Arthur Kaliev in this deal. Kaliev. What if we try doing something like this? We'd have to take a little bit of salary cap back, but what is Yager? Is he a sniper? Two-way forward, so probably a better fit on the team. Can we get Yager? I think we can potentially make this work. Okay, let's see. We want someone with a one-year deal. So Reinhardt would work. Nemastenkov. Rickard Raquel. Is that enough? That would be enough right there. So Kaliev and Dostal for basically Yager. Will it go through? Trade rejected? Yeah, I expect it. That's one of their better players. But what if I add in... I don't know if I want to give up that... I'll give up first next year. Trade rejected. Okay. We're going to have to work the market here a little bit. I trade so many picks away in this. Trade rejected, okay. What if I give you don't want to trade away Chicago's first round pick. Do I have any prospects that I can potentially move here? Let's go trade value. Let's see. Do we have any prospects that I don't know if they're going to make it? Chimera, I would like to keep. Cop. Sedin. If I have to give up Sedin, I'd be okay with that. Trade rejected. Come on. We're getting crazy with it. Just do it. Trade away our whole future. Okay. Okay, I guess they don't want to. Chicago's first round pick. Basically a salary cap dump. They would accept this. They would accept this. They won't accept that. Okay. So if we give up all these terrible picks there, I'm sure it can go through. Trade rejected. Okay. So they want the prospect. So we have to throw the prospect in here. Definitely getting fleeced on this trade, but that's okay. Sedin. Or do I? No, yeah. Let's get rid of Sedin. He's a low overall. He might end up being something, but trade has been proposed. And now, the things we have to do to keep this all-star roster together. I mean, Nemec. Now we have $16 million. Any other moves that we want to make? Like, Savoie's a tough one. Savoie is a tough one. Same with Turcotte. How's Turcotte? Let's take a look at Turcotte here. Like, he's not playing well enough to justify $7 million is all I'm getting at here. Postseason, Turcotte. I'm gonna go look for a trade for Turcotte. I don't think we have to, but I'll be back in a second. Simulating a day here, and it looks like Jake McBain has signed his huge extension. So we got one player. Now we just got to try getting Nemec. I offered him a contract. I lowballed him, so we'll see what happens. I feel like he's going to reject. Just going to simulate a couple days here. I believe signing will be good for myself and the franchise. So Nemec is back on the roster. So let's go take a look at the contract they gave him. He actually wanted a little bit of a pay cut, which was great to see, to be honest. But let's go see, where is the man, the myth, the legend, defenseman. Is he in the AHL? He might be in the AHL, that's why. Okay, so in the system, there he is. So Nemec, I gave him 5 years at $8.75 million, so I think that's a good deal for him. So he is now on the squad, and we have $8 million in cap to work with. So I think we'll just leave Turcotte for now, but we might make a change in the future. But I'm going to go edit the lines, and we'll check out the team for this year's Stanley Cup run. All right, so the rosters are now set. First line, as per usual. Quinn Byfield, Jake McBain. Actually, I think Byfield is really good face-offs. He had 90, McBain, 83. So I'm going to throw Byfield in the middle there. So it'll be McBain, Byfield, Matvei Michkov. Second line, we got the new player, Braden Yager, Matt Savoie, and then Murat. I want to see Yager's face-off ratings, 79. So Savoie's a little bit better there. Murat, 88. So we're going to put Murat in the middle. Second line, or third line, we got Rasmus Kapari, Alex Turcotte, and Ricard Raquel. And then fourth line, Brendan Lemieux, Andrew Kopp, and Sammy Blais. And then defensively, we got Simon Nemec playing with Brant Clark, Bjorkfont with Pesce, and then Mateychuk with Mikey Anderson. So a pretty good defensive core, if you ask me. And then in the nets, we got Ilya Samsonov, who's on a really good contract here, 2 years for $2.5 million. So let's get into the simulation here. We'll probably finish up the year in this episode, and then actually we'll go to trade deadline. We'll go 1 day before the trade deadline and see if we need to make any moves. But the Los Angeles Kings versus St. Louis Blues. Let's simulate this one. We're in St. Louis. We'll do a quick sim there. And Murat scores in the first period. Second period, Murat gets another. And the new acquisition, Ricard Raquel, gets one for us as well. Third period, we get one more from Matvei Michkov as we take them down 4-1. I'm going to simulate a couple months, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Closing in on the trade deadline here. Just want to pause the simulation to check out how the team is doing. And I see Michkov is having an absolutely unreal year. The LA Kings, 28-18. And so where are we in our division? Second place in the division, tied for first place. The big thing is 0 overtime losses. We've been losing all of them in regulation, unfortunately, but that's all right. Let's go take a look at the team stats, see how everyone's performing before we see Michkov and all the player stats. So LA Kings. Goals for per game, 4, which is incredible. Goals against per game, 3.43. So Samsonov is not doing as well right now. Almost the worst in our division. Like, that's not good. Power play percentage, 20%. Penalty kill, 81%. Home ice, not the greatest this year. Away, pretty decent, 15-9. But let's take a look here at the player stats. Michkov, a goal per game right now. 46 goals in 46 games. Definitely going to hit that 50 goal plateau. Jake McBain, 66 points in 46 games, just behind Michkov, 46 assists in those 46 games. Byfield, 53. Marat, 49. Savoie, 44. Nemec, 35. Nemec's having a great year. Brant Clark, 29. Yager, not doing too much, though. Yager not doing too much on that line, so maybe we screwed ourselves over with that trade, but that's okay. We'll look at it at the trade deadline. Turcotte really not doing much. I think that's someone we definitely have to move on from, but we will revisit that at the trade deadline. And then in the nets, what's going wrong for us here? So Samsonov, 898, 3.32 goals against average. So yeah, Samsonov has not been good. That's just as simple as we can put it. Samsonov needs to be better, or we are not going to win the Stanley Cup this year. So Gusterson leading the way. Let's go entire league, and let's take a look at all skaters. So Matvei Michkov and Jake McBain are actually 1 and 2 in scoring here, and it looks like Michkov's got a pretty substantial lead over Austin Matthews for the goals, 9-goal lead, no, it's 11. Math, not my specialty here, not my specialty, but not too bad. I'm going to simulate to a day before the trade deadline so we can get the stats all caught up, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, 1 day before the trade deadline, and we got the Seattle Kraken. Let's simulate this game quickly, but we are now 38-24-1, hopefully 39-24-1 after this game. First period, we get a goal from Raquel once again. Majapani gets one. We get a shorty and Savoie. Third period, we blow the lead. Samsonov, come on, buddy. Samsonov has not been good. That's all I got to say. I don't want to harp on him too much, but he has not been good. But let's go look. Here we go, team leaders. So Matvei Michkov's not on that goal per game pace anymore, but up to 60 goals, 29 helpers, 89 points, tied with Jake McBain. Once again, that first line is just absolutely filthy. Quinn Byfield doesn't put up as many points as the other duo, but he's still very good. And I want to take a look here at Samsonov. 893. Primo's been terrible too, but Samsonov does have 5 shutouts, so it's just he plays well. And then if he doesn't play well, he's getting absolutely lit up for 8 goals or something like that. But we're at the trade deadline here. I'm going to stop the simulation here. Let me know what you guys think. Should we move Turcotte? Should we move Pesce? Who else? Yager, should we move him? Probably not the best trade we made there. He has not been too efficient on our team. And then goaltending. Should we update our goaltending? But I'll leave that up to you guys. 4-5-1 our last 10. Not too good. But that's going to do it for this episode. As always, have a great day. Peace out.